That might have been the Anroll. That might have been the most British thing I've ever heard anybody say, but I loved it. He's proper hiding, would have been a good body here. And Muyoga. We beat Mono Green Muyoga, guys, in ranked. Pretty good. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain Jay. And tonight we have a very special treat for you. Spring forward and fall back. Isn't that what they say? Well, you think of fall and you think of the forest and darkness. And technically it's the longest night of the year because we get an extra hour of night, right? So what a better way to celebrate this than with a Golgari Old Stickfingers deck. Oh yeah, I call him Old Sackface here because this is a sacrifice graveyard build death deck that we're doing with Old Sackface here. It's being a little shy tonight, but we'll see him. We're gonna get started on this one. I'm really excited about this Golgari, man. I really like it. It is a fun interactive deck. But before we do that, before we get to the shakedown breakdown, I need you to do something for me. Do you know what that is? Tenderly press that like button. Gently press that subscribe button. Or else, well guys, the like and subscribe will come and maul you with his vicious werewolf claws. It's gonna happen. Join us on a stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all the live streaming goodness. We would love to have you there. We would love to give you a first stream shout out. So if you're new, say hello. You can check out our Discord community for all the latest news and information of anything you might need to know about regarding Crimson Vow or any new decks. And speaking of new decks, this deck and all the other ones can be found down below on my AetherHub. So check out that links down in the description right there. So what are we doing with Old Sackface here? First, we're going to start with Eyetwitch. The preeminent sacrifice card, right? Everybody always sacrifices Eyetwitch. It's a good flyer, 1/1 flyer, which is good on its own, and when he dies, you learn. That takes us to our sideboard. What do we got? Pretty standard stuff here. Environmental Sciences for a little bit of mana fixing and life gain. Necrotic Fumes will help us exile another card. It's going to be pretty useful there. Especially when we have to sacrifice another creature, well, rather exile one of our creatures to get rid of something else. Pest Summoning is going to help with little pesties, so we have more sacrifice ability and more sorceries. And, of course, 1 Enter Annihilation, which for 5, even though it gives them a card to draw, sometimes you just got to exile any non-land permanent. So sometimes it's got to happen. So that's our sideboard. Next we have Shambling Ghast, another great early drop sacrifice fodder. Now the idea behind all these early cards being sacrificed is that we want them in our graveyard. Because the bigger we build our graveyard, the bigger Old Stickfingers gets. You know? He's just going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and more terrifying as the darkness grows and as the bodies pile up. Oh yeah. You know I'm about that, guys, right? Warlock Class. So Shambling Ghast, if you don't know what it does yet, -1/-1 to any creature, so it's early destruction, or it creates a treasure token, helps you ramp a little bit. You should know what that is by now. Solid card. Warlock Class. If things are going to be dying, we might as well make people lose life when they die, right? At the beginning of your unstep, if a creature died this turn, each opponent loses 1 life. Fantastic. Creatures are generally going to die on our turn. So that little bit of life gain adds up. In 10 rounds, if we make them lose 9 life, I mean, that's 9 life we don't have to do to them. It's just got sucked away. Then, of course, for 2 mana, we can bring it to level 2. We get to draw a card, choose one, and put the rest in our graveyard. Again, we have the option, the other 2 cards go in our graveyard. So we can grab a mana if we need it and put 2 creature cards in the graveyard. We want creature cards in the graveyard. Not only does it feed Old Stickfingers, it will also feed our Deathbonnet Sprout or Deathbonnet Hut. Look at that cute little mushroom. He's a Kumbamumba mushroom people, and he sits around all day. What's that a reference to? At the beginning of your upkeep, mill a card. Then if there are 3 or more creature cards in your graveyard, transform Deathbonnet Sprout. He keeps getting bigger and bigger. He becomes a fungus horror. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may exile a card from your graveyard. If it was a creature card exiled this way, put a 1/1 counter on Deathbonnet Hulk. He will get bigger and bigger and bigger. You can exile cards from your graveyard or somebody else's. Your graveyard will make Stickfingers weaker, so you might as well eat stuff out of somebody else's graveyard. All right. Now we have Deadly Dispute. If we're talking sacrifice, it'll give you treasure. It will also give you 2 cards. Now, if you want to go faster with it, if you just want a really cheap one, you can always do Village Rites. You can always up the amount of these. I think 3 is enough. Some will die in combat, and this will help get more treasure. This will help do other things. So, Deadly Dispute, solid thing there. I chose Infernal Grasp as my removal of choice. I need an instant, and I need it cheap. I don't really care about the life cost. We're going to be gaining life with this deck. Not that much. Golgari generally gains life. It's never that much, but it's enough that we can usually sack that too. We can usually hit that too. So that's why I chose Infernal Grasp. But you can do whatever you'd like. Necrosynthesis. Great one here. I really, really like this one. I want to do kind of something else with this later because honestly, the art is cool. Apparently, Isis did that art. I wouldn't have chose that as my artist name, but had a lot of things to work out with that one. That is very complex, crazy stuff. Enchant creature. Whenever another creature dies, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. When enchanted creature dies, look at the top X cards of your library, where X is the power. One of those cards in your hand, and the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. So that will help pick up everything that you want. It'll help you dig out the cards you want, and of course it will feed on death. Anytime anybody dies, we will gain more and more and more life. Witherbloom Command, a nice cheap sorcery to do things with. Not the best removal. Destroy target non-creature, non-land permanent with mana value 2 or less. We can make somebody mill 3 cards, then return a land card from our hand from our graveyard. That can help with our self-mill problem. So we can actually make the other person mill cards and then return a land card in case we've milled too much land with Death Sprout or something like that. And then it's -3/1 until the end of turn. And then, of course, probably my favorite is target player loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. Solid deal there. If we're playing things like Witherbloom and Infernal Grasp and Deadly Dispute, Sedgemoor Witch. Oh, yes, Goth Girl. Oh, yes, we love it. 3/2 Menace Ward, pay 3 life. Magecraft, whenever you cast or copy an instant or sorcery spell, create a 1/1 black and green pest creature token. When this creature dies, you gain 1 life. Fantastic stuff. Forget those extra pesties. It will die, feed Warlock, and feed everything else. Now, here's a guy that people are forgetting about. Grakmaw, an amazing card. Grakmaw enters the battlefield with 3 1/1 counters on him. Whenever another creature you control dies, if it had a 1/1 counter on it, put a 1/1 counter on Grakmaw. Whenever Grakmaw dies, you create a XX black green Hydra token, where X is the number of 1/1 counters that was on him at the time. How do we gain more counters on other people? It's not really a counter deck. Well, guess what? Deathbonnet Hulk does get 1/1 counters. And additionally, Necrosynthesis adds 1/1 counters. So there are things that are doing 1/1 counters on here. Not that many. What I like him is that even if he dies, his card goes in the graveyard. It doesn't go exiled. It goes in the graveyard. So he fills our graveyard, and he leaves behind another Grakmaw. So I really like him. Even for sacrifice fodder, he's pretty good. He can attack, sacrifice, leave another card there to attack next turn, and start filling up the graveyard. And if we're talking about death, and we're talking about death and destruction and pain, why aren't we talking about another lovely goth girl? Probably the goth girl in competition with Liliana. But, I mean, if you're a half spider god, you get goth pretty good. Lost Spider Queen, whenever a creature you control dies, put a loyalty counter. She is literally, her loyal is built on death. So all of these pests and other things dying will help. We can draw a card and lose 1 life for none. Then, of course, -3, we can create 2 black spider tokens with reach, 2/1 black spider tokens with reach and menace. Really good there, especially when combined with Sedgemoor for menace. And then, of course, her -8 is whenever an opponent is dealt combat damage by 1 or more creatures this turn, if a player lost less than 8 life, they lose life equal to the difference. It's a -8 and makes you lose 8 life. Why? Because she's a spider and 8 is her number. So that's fantastic stuff there. Love it. And now we're getting to the X value stuff. Generally, people go after Lolth. It's hard to get her. It's hard to get her. She's such a board threat that generally she pulls all the threats away towards her. I wish. Well, I couldn't say I wish there was a time I could build that Meathook Massacre, but man, if you're running black, run Meathook, man. It is so worth it. There's a reason that in paper the car is worth like $60. Meathook Massacre enters the battlefield. Each creature gets -X into the end of turn. Whenever a creature you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life. Whenever a creature an opponent control dies, you gain 1 life. This is going to be fantastic. Anytime anybody dies, it's gain and drain. Combined with Warlock Class, combined with all the sacrifices, combined with everything else we have with Lolth and everybody dying and all that stuff and all the graveyard filling up, you got to run the hook. Stormblood said it. You got to run the hook. 2 of them, if you want to do more, I'm not mad at you. And the pièce de résistance, the scary horror guy himself, legendary creature horror, Old Stickfingers, Old Sackface. Whenever you cast a spell, reveal cards from the top of your library until you reveal X creature cards. Put all creature cards revealed this way into your graveyard, then put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Old Stickfingers' power and toughness are equal to the number of creature cards in your graveyard. So you can choose to power him up if he don't have a lot of things. If he doesn't have a lot of creatures in your graveyard, you can pay a lot to put them in there to make him powerful. Or in the middle to late game, if you've already filled your graveyard with Eyetwitch and Deathbonnet and Shambling Ghast and all these little guys like here that have all died and filled up the graveyard, he's going to be powerful enough. He can just hit the board as a 2. And he'll be a big, big, strong, scary boy. And look at that crazy thing. He looks like a Wendigo. And he got all sorts of stick stuff all over him. Maybe that's who's tapping at the window. Huh? I think it might be. I would love to put tapping at the window with him in it, but it's such a bad card. But if you want the flavor, put tapping at the window for Old Stickfingers here. And of course, we're going to run 10 swamps, 8 forests, 4 Darkbore Pathways. If you want to put manlands, sure. I'm just tired of putting them in everything. We're heavily on the black. We are on green here, but we're more black than green. So 1.9 average. We're moving pretty quickly here. Creatures, we got all over the place, from bats to zombies, hydras, horrors, warlocks, everything else. 7 instants, 2 sorceries, 7 enchantments, believe it or not. 2 planeswalkers and 22 lands total. Again, heavier on the black. We have our lovely graveyard ravens here for us. We look at it in our alternate view for our fantastic Stickfinger deck here. A lot of 1s, a lot of 2s, a lot of 3s. Lolth is our only 5 banger right there. Meathook can go from anywhere from 2 to plus. Stickfingers can go anywhere from 2 to plus, but technically you only need 2 to get him out. For Meathook to be effective, he needs to be usually at least a 4 or a 5, so I'd put him more in this range. Still a pretty fast deck altogether, and Stickfingers doesn't really require a lot of mana if you're casting him after sacrificing a lot of creatures already. So that's what we're looking at. We're going to start in the play queue, and then we'll head up to ranked and see how we actually do in ranked queue, even though it's such a mess right now, but hey, we'll give it a shot. Here we go, guys. Remember, we don't run shocks anymore. We run play with fires. There's no need to run shocks anymore. Oh, look at that little Sprout there. I really like this card. I'm late to the game on this one. I think he's a solid card. Especially in a sacrifice deck. There he goes. Still playing shock somewhere. It's shock o'clock somewhere. Alright, so let's do Warlock Class. He's a solid fungus. And that's so funny because funguses are usually pretty squishy. They don't generally have a very rigid structure because they're from outer space. Did you know funguses were from outer space? Don't give me that. They're not from outer space, Jay. They're from outer space, okay? Alright? We all know they're from outer space. We don't need to discuss it anymore. Oof, okay. Unfortunately... Well, yeah, we can Ghast, and then we can Witherbloom. Non-creature, non-land. Lose 2 life. -3. We'll do Tin Street. Opponent. There we go. Lose 1 life. Boom. There you go. Gobos. Yeah, everyone likes Gobos. If I hook him, he's going to be real sad. He might quit if I hook him. When you hook goblins, I think that's honestly why they fell out. Because if you hook goblins, ooh, people are sad boy. They get sad boy. They get sad boy mode 100%. The sad boy gets turned up. Turned up for what? Oh, he's got Vampo Gobos. Look at that. Oh, it's too early for the hook. We can't hook yet. Let's get this out. Yeah. 1 hook is going to be a Gobbo sweep here. I hope he targets it with shock and loses 3 life off the muscle off that one. That's going to be good. Gobbo Gang Leader. Okay. Ooh, that's going to be a good hook. That's going to be a good hook right there. Ooh, that's going to be a beautiful hook. Alright, let's do that. Should I do a 2 hook? Let's wait. Let's see what we draw here. Let's do an Infernal... Let's do an Infernal Grasp. Let's put Necrosynthesis down. And let's do a swing. Oh yeah, the hook's gonna be we're gonna be eating good on the hook tonight, guys. Meat's gonna be back on the menu tonight, boys. Especially being able to scry with Necro. He's gonna let it through too. Look at this. He's gonna let it through. He's gonna let it through. There we go. Another creature dies. Scry. Yes. Choose one. There we go. 2 life lost. You thought you were the last giant lover. Ooh, it's going to be a good hook. It's going to be a good hook, boys. I'm real happy about this hook. Let's create a treasure token. Yeah. Let's get this sad boy energy going. Yeah, that's a good hook right there. Auto pay, and then he's going to lose 2 life as on top of everything else. There we go. Inferno's an instant. That was Relic Robber. Okay. He's probably going to swing in. We want that. Pop that guy. Lose 1 life. Scry. We'll do Pest Summoning. That's what we need if we need chump blockers. Look at that hook. Look at that hook, guys. Alright, 2 pests. If he does a Bugbear, I'm going to pop it with Inferno. I'm going to pop it from Inferno. Cinderplasm. He's going to do 1 damage. Okay. Clever boy. It's going to make him lose 2 life. And gave me 2 life. Alright. He's going to try to Relic Rob me. Guess what? No thank you, sir. I don't want any of that. No thanks. I'm good. Appreciate it, though. I really appreciate you trying to help me out there. So we're going to put down a 3rd Warlock. We're going to Warlock it up with another draw here. We want Lolth the Spider Queen, so we can put her down next turn. And then we're going to go you. There you. Alright. Party Gobbo. I didn't know there was Wizard Gobbos. I thought there's Warlock Gobbos. There's Warrior and Warlock. I know there's Rogue Gobbos. Okay, so he's got Festival Crasher. Festival Crasher is not a bad card. It's kind of a prowess type card. Alright. Well, either way. He's lost so much energy right now. That's the problem. He's lost so much energy and momentum. I've got Bandit Lord. Alright, one more green. Death Sprout's gonna pop. We're gonna draw a card. Lose a life. It's another Death Sprout. Alright, next. We'll swing in because I want to lose a life. He's gonna lose. If he takes it, the smarter move is to take it, and he's not going to take the smart move. Watch this. That's the bad move. Why is that the bad move, folks? He's going to lose 3 life from Warlock Class. And then we do end, and Warlock's going to hit him triple. Pop, pop, pop. I also want to get another Grim Wanderer deck out here, man. That'd be another good addition to this deck, Grim Wanderer. But unfortunately, we just basically want to fit 60 cards in. So yeah, Meathook is. I mean, I wish I didn't have to put in every deck, but damn. Damn. No, you gotta do that afterwards, man. Oh, wow. Everybody coming at me. Yeah, it is a good game, man. There's no escaping what's coming.
It's insufferable.
Look at these big beefy shrooms. Yep. Oh, the Meathook was lethal and the big beef shrooms were lethal too. Oh no, Gobbo hooking a Gobbo is bad news, man. They're not going to survive that for the most part. We didn't even get to see old Sackface. Let's keep it going, though. Amphibian Gamer. Who else is here? If you're new, hit the follow button. Say something. Say hello. Let's see here. It's not great, but I do like the Warlock to Meathook to that. So this is a terrible hand versus aggro. I mean, we'll have to see. Dark Sorcerer, how you doing, man? Alright, he's not aggroing out. At least not yet, anyways. If I get Meathooked again, I'm going to be real mad. What's up, Dart? Infernal Grasp. Okay, not what I would have done, but okay. It's Grakmaw. look here. Blood Priest. Okay, so he's running a Party Rakdos. Party Rakdos in the house tonight. Yeah, I said it. I did it, guys. I said Party Rakdos in the house tonight. What are you going to do about it? Nothing. That's what you're going to do. Let's do that. Swing. How old are we talking about here, Dark Sorcerer? How old of a movie are we talking about? '50s or '60s? Oh, that's an oldie. Here's Hungry for More. Yeah, they won't stop making sweepers, man. They said, we will never, ever, ever stop making sweepers. It will not happen. Okay? The next set might just be all sweepers. You don't even know, guys. We'll never stop. It'll never happen. You will have sweepers until you're dead, and you will like it. All right, let's put down a swamp here. Swamp. Let's grab a card. I already have a Meathook. I could go for a Necro. Swing. What about Night of the Living Dead? Immerstrom. There we go, boys. Unfortunately, as I said before, Immerstrom is weak to this. Should have put Necrosynthesis on earlier. Didn't do it. Frostbite. I get to look for a card, which is going to be Deadly Dispute naturally because I don't need mana. Oh, okay. Just watched it. What about Goldfinger?
Children drench their hands in the blood.
Is that 60? That's about 65. Stickboy, he doesn't want to pop, man. Stickboy does. He'd be juicy right now too. He'd be real juicy right now too. And he transforms. We do that. We're gonna draw and lose. It's another freaking mana, so we're gonna do this. Sack that. Put a counter on. Put another Death Sprout down. Crack the other treasure. Okay. Put that down. Swing with my Spidey boys. There you go. I used to love watching, I don't know what I found soothing, the original Star Trek series, trying to fall asleep to that. It is so nice to fall asleep to the original Star Trek series. I can't tell you why, I can't tell you what it's about that lo-fi kind of sound that it has.
My power is for annihilation.
It's just kind of wholesome. I don't know. Something about falling asleep to that. Ooh, okay. So he's gonna trample it no matter what. So we might as well not block it. He gets the beef. And he's out of there. Seb is out of there. Those old school sound effects. They had the door hissing. Hey, Corsi Lund. Alright, we're not going to stop until Stickfingers pops, man. Until I can't put out a Stickfinger deck and him never show up. So let's try one in ranked and see if we can actually not get Alrune and see if he'll pop for ranked. Oh, Mr. Lund, I thought I told you that I renamed you. Okay. Your villain, your normal name as a civilian may have been Corey C. Lundy, but now it is the Count of Lund. Okay? Count de Lund. There we go. I like that. Now you just got a new name. Count de Lund. How you doing, Count de Lund? $36 viewers. Wow, we're getting a viewership record here, guys. You'll accept that? Very good. Playing Witcher 3? Well, perfect timing on the Witcher's night. Outlaw Liberator. Okay. Do that. I'm gonna swing. We're gonna freaking pop Eyetwitch. Pest Summoning. We might get green aggroed out. I don't know. Let's put that down. Auto pay. Count de money. Yeah, that's pretty good. Let's get rid of him. Sackface does not want to show up. There's Primal Adversary. Let's put down that. Let's put down an Eyetwitch. And let's just say, Primal Adversary, you don't need to be there anymore, man. You're good. We don't need your help. Who else you got? You got another Primal Adversary. Okay. Well, I just happen to have another one of those, too. So let's put down Mr. Skyclave there. There you go. What else you got for me? You got a Blizzard Brawl? Field of Ruin. Ren and 7.
But we also will not hold back.
Oh, he drew for Ren and 7. Okay. Okay. Respect. Let's do Sedgemoor Witch. Let's swing on 7 and Bramvin. Yes, please block me. Thank you. There you go. You get the cracked open Grakmaw. Tree Folk. He's got a lot of mana in his hand. What else you got, man? Old Growth Troll. That's where we're going to take our horse, by the way, to the Old Growth Troll. Death Sprout. Tree Folk. Swing in on Ren and 7. Yes. Oh no, that's going to be called a menace, sir. It's going to be a menace card. You have to block both of them. There you go. There you go. Thank you for following, Tayo Bor. He's running out of cards here. Meanwhile, I have a pretty decent amount of card draw. Let's gain a life back, so it's only going to do 2 damage, fundamentally. Gain a life. He's got one card left. That's going to pop to monster level. Let's do an Eyetwitch. And let's put a million bajillion pests out on the board. And let's swing with that and that and that. See what you got now, guy. We'll find Old Stickfingers one of these days. Blizzard Brawl, good stuff right there. Use 2 to block. I have 2 of them in there, which, generally speaking, I mean, playing a 30 card deck, you know, playing a 60 card deck is 1 in 30 chance, and a lot of games went by. I don't really know why he's not popping. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do our attack. He's going to let that happen. Alright, then we're going to Deadly Dispute. An Eyetwitch. And we'll take Necrotic Fumes. And we have a bunch of stuff here. So what we'll do is we'll do... throwing it all 4. Well, I'd have to craft all 4 then, wouldn't I? And then, of course, we'll exile a creature we control, which will be this little pest token here. He doesn't get the magic boost from it. He's proper hiding. He would have been a good body here. That might have been the Anroll. That might have been the most British thing I've ever heard anybody say, but I loved it. He's proper hiding. Would have been a good body here. And Muyoga. We beat Mono Green Muyoga, guys, in ranked. Pretty good. Mono Green. I didn't actually open any Stickfingers. I didn't, and so I had to craft a bunch of them. So that's kind of the problem. Mateo, what's up? I'm trying not to throw all of my 39 viewers right now. We are climbing in the crazy viewer thing. If you're new, Paper Giants, what's up? If you're new and you're just lurking, man, say something. Say hello, man. We're a friendly community here in the Villains. Real friendly. Real friendly. Keep. Oh, okay, so that was a guy. I'll do that. One of those. Okay. Pinthar. We're going to go until we find a Stickfingers, guys. It's going to happen. That's another Foretell deck. Alright. Oh, there we go. Sedgemoor. Alright. We're going to get a Stickfingers out on the board, man. Welcome one and all to the new people here. Poison the Cup. You're going to lose 3 life to pop that. Alright. Do that. It's a good use of your turn. Okay. He didn't get to transform. We'll draw a card here. Shambling Ghast, definitely. Oh my goodness, we cannot make Stickfingers pop, can we? It's card Stickfingers. That's the action. Cosmos Elixir, look at that. And he gets to transform. We put down another Shambler. We do Necrosynthesis on him. And then we do Swing. And we do Black. And we do that. There we go. What else you got for me? Poison the Cup. Yep. So we get to choose something out of our hand. Where is he? Where is he, folks? Where is he, guys? Oh, alright, let's do Deathbloom. Am I going to have to put a Burning Rune Demon in here to sacrifice creature Planeswalker? I'd sacrifice that creature. Alright. Create a treasure token. What is he trying to get? Beloudrith Witherbloom out? Do that. Do that. Do that. That's a sorcery. Let's see what else you got, my guy. Finding the old gods. Who are you gonna pop? Sedgemoor Witch or Death Sprout? Pop Death Sprout. Good choice. 2 Infernal Grasp. Let's do that. And mill 3 cards and return. I just gotta wait, man. The only thing that's gonna kill him is his Warlock class at this point. What are you waiting on? You waiting on Beloudrith Witherbloom? I can't. I gotta get 7. I got 6 right now. Blood on the Snow. Yeah, that works. What are you gonna bring back? You got nothing to bring back. Create treasure. We're gonna have to grow the. Yeah, we'll grow him. Auto pay. Okay. Nothing. Whatever he puts down, I can Meathook the shit out of it. So I'm not sure what he wants to do here. Finding the old gods, he can destroy Warlock class, unfortunately. So there goes that. See, I mean, by all rights, he should have popped by now, guys. He absolutely should have popped by now. I don't know what he's going for here. He hasn't played anything. Warlock. Let's draw. Oh my goodness. Okay, Lolth. Auto pay. He's got an instant in his hand right now.
You reek with terror. I will.
Yeah, he's got an instant in his hand. He's gonna lose a life.
We will slay our enemies.
What do you got for me, Pinthar? Blood on the Snow. Destroy all Planeswalkers. Okay. Another mana. Not entirely sure what he wants to do here. Not entirely sure what his goal is. I have nothing to kill that Cosmos, unfortunately, which is going to be a pain in my dick. Alright, let's do this. Why does he keep acting like it's giving him priority? Let's sacrifice this little spider. Let's see if we can actually get him, folks. Big drum roll. Nope. We can get Grakmaw, though. Okay, he's going to mill 3 cards. Alright. I'm going to put this thing right here. Listen, we've been through half the deck and he hasn't popped, guys. And then he's going to lose a life, and then he's going to lose the final life there, which is going to be a bunch. There you go. What do you got for me, man? It's going to be Vorinclex. I got bad news for your Vorinclex, my dude. Got real bad news for him. Really, really, really bad news for him. Oh my good, look at this, man. 27 cards in there, bro. 27 freaking cards in there. He will not pop, bro. Oh, Field of Ruin keeps giving him priority. Oh. He will not pop. No, that's just not normal, man. There you go, Pinthar. Thank you. I don't know what the end goal of that deck was. That was very confusing. I'm going to check the deck real quick to see if he's here, guys. Okay? I'm going to check the deck real quick. We're going to do a weapons check right now. Maybe I've lost my mind. It says it on the thing. But Manland me today. He only had 1 Manland out. Yeah, there's 2 of them. Do you know how many times I've hit Lolth and Meathook and Grakmaw? And I have 2 of those? I don't know, guys. We're not stopping until we see him. Even if we lose, we're not stopping until we see him. It's a Simic, what was it? Simic land ramp value engine with no real win con. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, and in a horrible hand, to say the least, that I have to mulligan because the entire hand is black and I have 1 green mana. Okay. Fantastic. Well, at least we know that he can pop. Okay. So we know that. Alright. What's with black tonight, man? Everyone playing black tonight. DJ Colossal Sam. Back up to 40 viewers. How you doing, new people? Refinement. How you doing, Mateo? Who else is here? Dark Trooper. Ooh, member of the Dark Trooper product. There's Mr. Old Stickfingers himself. Popping again right there. I haven't. I've been checking the graveyard for him. He's real shy. He's got, you know, performance anxiety, which again happens to a lot of guys. Okay, you know, you've been drinking, you're nervous. It's not always his fault. So John, 1984, man after my own heart, being born in 1984. It means he was prime Magic age, man. Yes, I'm nostalgic for old Magic, but what are you going to do about it? That's how it is. Let's do no attacks. I want to receive. DJ Colossum. It might kill something here. That's literally 1984. You graduated in 1984. Oh, Count de Lund. I knew you were an elderly fellow, a statesman, perhaps an elder statesman of. Shouldn't say elderly, but an elder statesman of Magic, a refined gentleman of Magic. I was right in naming you a Count, Mr. C. Lund, Count C. Lund, Count de Lund. Jews and Amdesian, yeah. Hey man, I remember when there was $500 Lotuses, man. And we were like, $500 Lotuses. Yeah, sometimes the Lotuses will even sell for $700. And we were like, whoa. You know, mind freaking blown, man. Now we're going to swing. I remember there was a Lotus in my shop for like $750. You know, I'll always remember how it looked under the glass and in its own little case. I don't think it was an alpha. I think it was a beta. Might have been a beta black. But I still think beta black's probably about... Ooh, he's got a BVD. I have one. I have a real one of those. Not the actual Accursed book, but the rule set. Jazumtesians. I had Necrotulls. Let's see. I had Necrotull. I had Flying Phantom. I had Phantasmal Forces. Ice Flow. What else? I had some Millstones. I had Cursed Scrolls. I had Grindstones and Millstones, where we get the word mill from. What else did I have? I've got a Lightning Bolt right here. I got so many revised Lightning Bolts. I don't have any alpha. No, I do have an alpha or beta Lightning Bolt somewhere, but I have a ton of revised Lightning Bolts. 94 Lightning Bolts. Again, Lightning Bolt, the original Lightning Bolt art was done by Chris Rush, who did the art for Black Lotus. So, Water Fiets. What's up, Water Fiets? Oh man, I missed those White Crusader decks, man. Yeah, I know what you mean. Let's put down Deathspore, Spawn, Bonnet, and I want to fill up my graveyard real good here, and we can finally get Stickfingers out. We're gonna do that. Pop, pop. I'm gonna Deadly Dispute this guy. And then we're going to create a treasure token. I remember when slivers were out. I remember slivers were so new. A guy in my play group in 2000, he went to the store and bought a Sliver Queen. That's how cheap they were at the time. You could just go to the store and buy a Sliver Queen. I don't know how much. Let's see how much they are now. It was a big purchase. I mean, it wasn't cheap back then. Oh, only $200-something. That's not that bad. I mean, he couldn't afford it back then. He was a teenager, but... Swords to Plowshares. Yeah, that was a good one. He's going to Blood Chief's Thirst. You got to bust through that. There you go. He transforms into his monster form. Alright guys, you ready? I'm just going to pay X. Yeah. There we go. We'll put down Warlock Class. Old Stickfingers is here, boys. Double block me. I want my graveyard to fill up more. Oh, man. Ice Flow was terrible. You used to tap Ice Flow, and as long as Ice Flow was tapped, whatever you had... oh, my God. Circle of Protection. Yeah, we always had the dude that played cop decks, man. We always had the dude that played cop decks. Yes. There was always that guy who played. Every Circle of Protection. Yeah, that was a busted mechanic. I made a short about it. I made a short about how busted cops were. He's gonna necrophage. He's gonna necrotic bloom me, unfortunately. Old Stickfingers wasn't long for this world, man. It was never gonna be his time. I mean, the guy's dead anyways, but Armageddon, Magetta the Lion, Wrath of God. Do you remember Presence of the Master? Whenever somebody plays an enchantment, counter it. You just couldn't get enchantments down on the board. There's a Burning Rune Demon. I thought we might see him. Stone Rain. Yeah, Wrath of God was the creature wipe. Armageddon. Armageddon was destroyed all lands. Armageddon was awful. You might as well choose one card to put in your opponent's hand. Hand of Vecna or Westgate Regent. I gotta give him a Hand of Vecna, unfortunately. I know he's got almost all the things here. So he can do all the Vecna things right now. He can make Vecna, which is what he wants. I think he might be too late. It's my reasoning anyways. Stasis decks. Winter Orb, yeah. It's been a while. We wanted to get Stickfingers at least on the board. Yeah, you can't attack, bro. You gonna activate Book of Wild Darkness? No, you're not? Okay. He's gonna do it at the opportune moment to savor the suffering. Winter Orb, yeah. Mana Barbs, that was a good one. You make Mana Barbs deck. Remember when you used to get Mana Burn? That certainly was a thing. Ooh, I'll take Meathook. That's always a useful card. Unfortunately, I think he's a day late and $1 short here. He's going to activate Vecna now, but a bunch of stuff is going to get through, and then he's going to lose 2 life. And then I'm going to Meathook him probably for what's left. So let's see who he blocks. Yeah, he had to lose a lot of life there. Prodigal Sorcerer. Oh yeah. Oh, we're going down memory lane right now. Going down memory lane right now, guys. Yeah, block him. Block him. You're going to take 4, and then you're going to die and lose the game. Good game, man. Alright. Go ahead and read that card right there. See what that does for you. Yeah, intro... it doesn't matter. Yeah. Environmental Sciences. Yeah, sure. Why not? Good game. Yeah, great. And there you go, man. Enjoy your Vecna. Alright. Well, Stickfingers made his appearance. But he got popped immediately. Either way, he did his job, man. God bless him. Salute, Stickfingers. I wish I could show you more of the Stickfingers, but that's the idea anyways. We eventually have to end this. Unfortunately. And I think that's going to be now. And I think the word of the day is going to be Sackface. He did not want to come out tonight. Every other card wanted to come out. Sackface did not really want to come out. Tanuki just committed heresy in the chat by saying he's really happy with his updated Simic brew and that it's evil. Yes, it is evil in the cosmic sense, meaning that it is from a malignant force in the universe. You're correct about that, Tanukes. Thank you all for coming by. We're going to leave it right there. I wish I could have showed you more Sackface, but he was very shy tonight. Very, very shy stag. You can't... It's one of those monsters that, you know, you turn around with a flashlight and he disappears. You know, so we can't really blame him. You know, it happens to a lot of monsters. Until next time, guys, I've been Jay Villain, and you've been great. Bye-bye.